I'm deep in the Craighanlet Hills, and behind me is Belfast Lough. Underfoot is snow and ice. Christmas is definitely here. I'm on a mission, and my mission is to find out whether Christ has been removed from Christmas. For the next 10 or so minutes, I'll be talking to Reverend Community Church's visiting speakers to find out what they have to say of the debate. First up is Henry Middleton, who we'll find out a bit more of later.
So we're here with Henry Middleton, again from Mission Mexico, and Henry, for our Christmas carol service, some questions for you. First of all, do you think Christmas has lost its Christian impact?
I think it most definitely has, and sadly many children are growing up now and they don't even know what the meaning of Christmas really is all about.
And what can be done, do you think, to bring Christianity back into Christmas, to bring back that religious influence?
Well, I think it's a responsibility of all Christians to tell the truth and to spread the good news of Christ's coming and Christ's birth and the birth of the Saviour. But sadly, maybe it's not preached enough or taught enough today in churches. Maybe we're complacent and we need to get back to the basics of Christianity.
Henry, like myself, with both grey hairs and black hairs, can you tell me, how has Christmas changed since you were, as they say in Ulster, a wee lad?
Well, I can assure you, Trevor, my hair was dyed. It's not really grey. It's black. But anyway, Christmas has changed a lot, and in my young day, it was less material. We were very fortunate to get an apple and orange and maybe a good gift, but we were grateful and thankful for that. But today, children seem to get everything, and it's very sad, and they don't appreciate very much. But I think the most important focus is to get back to the real meaning of Christmas, which is the birth of the Saviour.
So that was Henry Middleton, and as I said, we'll see more of him later in the collection. Next up was Brian Jingles. Brian is the pastor of Larne Christian Fellowship Church, who ties in with Reverend Community Church on a regular basis, especially the Barnabas Island camp in the summer. Brian had very different opinions on the whole Christmas thing, and this is what he had to say.
Brian, do you think that Christianity has been taken out of Christmas?
I think for many people, Simon, it has been that Christmas has become a commercial holiday where people spend their time shopping. But for Christians, it is a celebration of the coming of Christ to this world. So it will never go out of Christmas.
Yeah. And how do you think, for the non-Christians, that they can learn more about Christmas, or the Christian influence in Christmas?
I think for non-Christians, it's one of the times in the world where thoughts can turn towards the greater and deeper meaning to life than shopping. So that for churches, it's an opportunity to outreach and invite people into carol services and so on. Along with Easter, it's a very special time.
And what can we as Reverend Community Church do to outreach to those who don't know about Christianity?
I think it would amaze you that the extent to which people who are not Christians still want a Christian element in their lives. So that may take the form of something like a carol service, an invitation to a Christmas meal, something along those lines. In Larne, we've done both of those, and we stopped one year, and the people actually complained that we hadn't given out our cards and done our carol service.
Yeah. What will you be doing this Christmas, and what plans have you got for next year in 2011?
Apart from sleeping and avoiding shopping as much as possible, I'll be celebrating Christmas as a Christian event and as a family event. And if we can get our priorities right, we can restore the joy to Christmas.
Right, it's so very cold here in the Craighanlet Hills, and we've now seen two guests. The third guest to grace the hall of Redburn Community Church was Martin Tucson, an evangelist in the prisons around Northern Ireland. He's obviously telling people in the prisons about the Christmas story, and therefore he's the perfect person to ask whether Christmas has lost its Christian impact. I put these questions to him.
Question: do you think Christmas has lost its Christian impact?
Definitely, yes. It's all about the holiday season time, with the definitely Christ is just pushed further and further away. Every year he's pushed further and further away, But as Christians, as a celebration. But as I say, it's a celebration every day.
Yeah. And how can the problem be solved? How can people know more about the Christian sort of story, the Christmas story?
Well, obviously, again, what I said to you again about the Christmas cards, and whenever you go in the shop about the Xmas, and whenever you go, it's Merry Xmas. Again, that's explaining the cross. The fact that Christ is taken out, being, some people think it's because it's a cross. They can use that as a cross. The fact that talk about the cross in Calvary. What I like to say is it's been taken out, and it's just really, it's just it's just really you can't use it. The Christmas cards is a big thing. To use cards, and the whole thing about Xmas, the theme of Xmas.
Yeah. Is there anything in particular you're looking forward to this Christmas?
Oh, me personally, what I'm going to get? No, but I personally, just for me, it's a family time, and obviously, again, a time to witness, to the guys in work and stuff, in the prison ministry as well, obviously, but, just really the family, and we know that it's all about family.
And any plans for the next year?
Well, regarding the prison ministry, lots of plans. The Lord's opened up doors to go into different prisons, different parts of the British side, and just whatever the Lord will have me do, and I know he'll continue to move in power as he did in 2010.
Yeah.
Next up, the fourth visitor was John Edwards. John is from Wales, and he's got a bit of a funny accent, but that's alright, you can still understand him easy enough. John is another evangelist, and he does lots of things, and again, he told us what Christmas was like in his eyes.
Has the main Christmas gift been left behind in the 20th century?
To a degree it has, yes, and the reason is that we're in a secular society, which is increasingly secular. We find that a lot of people today have very little time for Christmas. As a matter of fact, they call it Xmas, and Christmas is Christmas, it's not Xmas, and so to a degree, yes, it has been.
What can Christians and Reverend Community Church in general do to evangelise people?
Speak to your neighbours, speak to your friends. There's a lot of people out there that will be talking about Christmas in the shops and in the shopping centres. So just taking an opportunity to tell people what Christmas really is about.
What changes have you noticed as you were growing up?
As I've grown up over the years, it is different to what it was. It's more secular. Whereas when I was a young lad, it was on a Christmas morning you'd go to church, for a brief time and sing a few carols and stuff like that. But today it's secularized, and it's a little bit sad, really, that it's like that.
That was John Edwards, and next up is Philip Craig. He used to go to the church, and he does come back regularly to talk to us, and he also had stuff to say about the Christmas debate. Do you think that Christmas has lost its Christian impact?
I think it can do. Things have become very commercial. So they obviously have been like that for a long time. It's just becoming even more so.
Okay. And what do you think can be done to make Christmas more religious, more Christian based?
Well, I think it's important for us as a church to re-emphasise to those outside really what the whole focus of Christmas should be.
Okay. And have you personally noticed any changes in Christmas over your time growing up?
Well, I suppose just the commercial aspect. Whenever I was growing up, you maybe got a couple of toys, and nowadays it's just all about money and possessions and what you get. So I think that just the whole 21st century Western idea of what you can get, and that's really what it's all come down to. And us in the church, it's important that we seek to re-emphasise to people the fact that it's about Jesus, the Father, seeking to reconcile the world to himself.
Yeah. Have you got any plans over Christmas?
A quiet Christmas, hopefully. Everything that I'm involved in at the moment sort of winding down. So a bit of a rest, a bit of a time just to spend with the Lord, recharge the batteries, spend with family, and just enjoy.
Alright, thank you. So there we go, we've seen now a lot of people, their opinions, and I think the overwhelming answer to the question of Christ's Christmas has been that Christmas has lost Christ, or to some extent anyway. That's what they had to say. I hope you enjoyed this. Join us next year for something. Oh dear, I say so. Hey! Oh no! Bye bye!